trainers, travelers, and battlers. You know what it is, Jay Devon, back at it with another video. And today, we can look at our round 1 of our Kingdom Cup. It was lots of fun. Let's just say this is not the only Kingdom Cup I'm going to be attending. But right now, I want to show you something. This is awesome. We have a good friend who consistently plays in the same area that we do on for community days, essentially. We always play at the same place. I don't know why. It is what it is. But I was like, hey, you know what? Let's swap some bag-ons and stuff. Then I was like, wait, we're best friends. Let's go ahead and have you open my gift to see if there's a chance we end up becoming lucky friends. And, well, it happened. So I was like, okay, I haven't done a special trade today. What do you say that we swap a shiny? So we ended up swapping. The guaranteed lucky is busted. It's so busted. Because, I mean, especially in areas when you have a community day and you're not getting that weather boost, these guaranteed luckies are perfect. They work out so well because you can get not only a lucky one, so half the Stardust power-up cost, that's just good in and of itself, but you get a better IV shiny. Because all the shinies that I usually catch when it's not boosted, they stink. They have terrible IVs, which, you know, sometimes can be good for PvP, but I also, especially with how meta relevant in PvE Outrage Salamence is, it's too good to pass up. It's way too good. We ended up maxing it out. I didn't really have a screenshot of that yet because I ended up using a lot of Stardust on some other things too, and it's pretty depressing again where my Stardust is at. But we were just underneath a million, I believe, if I'm correct, before this had started. So, you know, getting up to where we're at now, with it being 1.2, I decided to splurge a little bit. So, you know, it is what it is. I think it's really going to be worth it, especially if we're trying to go and do a bunch of duos here pretty soon. That's kind of necessary. So, we're going to be moving into these battles here in just a minute. I didn't want to speed up these battles because as we go through, since this actually is the cup, I really want to have some good commentary and also some insight on decisions that I made. So obviously, no, I don't claim to be, let's just be clear, I don't claim to be amazing or the best PvPer on planet Earth. I'm not. You know I'm not. You've seen my videos. So I just want to make that clear as we watch the rest of these videos for the cup. This isn't going to be the last one that I do for the Kingdom Cup, though. There's at least one more. If not, there's going to be 2 more. So we're going in here against Team Coachella. I'm looking at his lineup, taking a minute on it first, because the one thing I noticed when I'm looking at everything here is he does not have an Altaria. He's got Melmetal, Lucario, Steelix, Alolan Marowak, Flagon, and Lapras. So I'm trying to think of right now what the safe lead is going to be. I'm really scared he's going to lead with Melmetal, so that's really the main thing that pops out to me when I'm, you know, thinking about leads and when I'm looking at everything here. I don't honestly remember what I ended up leading with, but we're going to find out here in a minute. But his lineup was a little scary with some teams that I like to use because I really love using my Altaria, but, you know, I was like, okay, well, if he's going to end up leading with something like that, I want to have a tank in the front. So we ended up just doing Bastiodon, Altaria, and then our Lucario in the back, if I remember correctly. So, yes, we led with Bastiodon for this battle. Sometimes it's worked out for me very well to lead with Bastiodon, because I find usually people lead with something like Altaria or Lapras. I've seen as a really common lead too. So, but apparently he led with Lucario. Now, I've kind of have developed, you know, this meta is really traumatizing to me as a player because I've developed this fear of being switch locked, especially with how rock, paper, scissors this meta can be. I decided, like, you know what? I'm not going to use the shield. I'm not going to switch out. I'm just going to let him take the Bastiodon down and do his thing so I can come in with my Altaria. Now I have both shields still, and I can still make a switch. I knew this was going to be a power-up punch, so I did not block it. I think he gets another one off here pretty soon, which I don't think I... Oh, no, that's got to be another battle. Sorry. This is why we didn't want to switch out, because I knew he'd have something like Steelix in there, and I wanted to be able to be the one to get him in a switch lock. Sorry if the commentary is a little slower and not energetic today. It has been a long day with Community Day and the Kingdom Cup and my homework and whatnot. But anyways, he was pretty smart with that. He decides not to shield the power-up punch. It's not really a good matchup for him, so I don't blame him. I think it was the right choice. But we're able to take out his Lucario, and he brings out this next Pokemon, which is Flygon. I ended up not running Flygon just because, I mean, I feel like it can be good, but it's good in very specific situations. So I didn't really feel comfortable going in, especially if I wanted to take first place. I didn't want to go in with a bunch of situational Pokemon. I wanted to have good coverage for everything. That's why I have the Lapras, the Steelix, the Altaria, the Bastiodon, the Charizard, and the Lucario. I wanted to make sure I had at least 2 very viable Lucario counters in my lineup. And then I ended up choosing Steelix because he's such a great Bastiodon counter. So if they're able to take out my Lucario and I have Steelix in the same lineup, then, you know, Bastiodon's not going to be insanely scary. So we're able to take the first round of the first battles of rounds of battles. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. We take game 1, GG's game 1. Moving on to the next one. This time I was thinking, okay, he didn't use Melmetal. I'm not exactly sure why, because Melmetal counters a lot of what I have. It counters Lapras. It counters Altaria. Melmetal counters Charizard. He counters half my team, so I'm thinking at this point, he definitely should be going in with Melmetal for this next battle. I don't see why he wouldn't, so that's what I kind of planned on. I wanted to lead with Lapras because I feel like Lapras is going to have good general coverage against his team, because you see he has Alolan Marowak, he has the Lucario, which is actually a bad matchup for Lapras, but the Water Gun mixed with Surf, if he doesn't block it, can also do some work against Lucario. But also my Lapras, I run with Water Gun, Surf, as well as Dragon Pulse, because it usually is going to win other Lapras mirror matches where they just have Water Gun and Surf or Water Gun and Ice Beam. If I'm getting the Dragon Pulses off, I'm going to win that. But also just, you know, countering Steelix and everything else he has, it was too good. I'm sorry, we didn't lead with it. My bad. We actually led with Lucario, which he did again. So, again, I didn't want to play games with this. I wanted to just do as much damage as I could. I didn't want to switch out. I was hoping he would switch out, but he's learned the same thing too. If you both lead with Lucario, just play it out. I'm not going to use any shields on it. I'm just going to bring in this Altaria and take it out and see what he has to come out with. Now, he doesn't have a Bastiodon, so he doesn't have anything that's super duper scary to me at this point, but the Melmetal is a little terrifying. And that's why we ran with the Steelix in this lineup for the second battle, because the Rock Slide and the Thunderbolt, it's not going to do anything to me. Flash Cannon's going to hurt a little more, but still, you know, against Steelix, it's not going to do much at all. We ended up going for the Crunch Share. Could have gone for the Earthquake, but I'd rather just try and bait a shield at this point, which we did. Now, I almost didn't block this because I'm like, there's no way he got to Earthquake that fast. Well, I remember Flygon has Mud Shot, so yeah, he probably did get to Earthquake that fast. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm not even going to try and charge farm to play mind games with him, because I don't want to have to waste another shield on an Earthquake that he gets to super quick. So we're just going straight for the Crunch, and we're going to get that other shield out of there, because apparently he loves his Flygon like I love mine. He doesn't want it to die, so he's not playing any games either. He goes straight for another Earthquake, but we're able to shield it because we've saved our shields for a kind of situation like this. We're able to take it out with the Dragon Tail. Steelix is too good in this cup, guys. He's so good. Now, he's got no shields left, and it's going to be GG's because the Steelix has got the Earthquake ready to go, and wha-bam, it's done. It is over with. But GG's to Team Coachella. Thank you very much for not only showing up, but also for playing and being such a good sport. He told me he's had some rough experiences in the previous cups with going in on the first battles too. But here you can see round 1. My arch nemesis, Frampty Pants, up at the top took a W. Frampity, his brother, took a W. Jon Snow did as well. Go Blue, who's very high up, representative of the Sylph Road took a W. I took a W, and also Reacts, our arch nemesis, took a W. But that's it for round 1, guys. That's the end of this video. If you liked it, feel free to drop a like and to subscribe, and have a freaking good day.